We're back with another episode. We're back with another episode of Britt. And how are you guys doing? I hope you guys had an amazing last week and you're definitely gonna have an amazing this week. And yeah. So how was my week? My week was good. Well, it was kind of busy, honestly. It was a bit much. It was a bit much. I finally found a job that's convenient for me. And you know, I'm feeling it. Well, I'm not feeling it. Well, I'm feeling it, but I haven't started yet. I will actually start today if you guys are watching this episode on a Monday. But I had to get work clothes. I had to buy a lunch bag. I had to buy Tupperware for my lunch. I feel like I had to become a working woman again. And I don't know, I just didn't feel like I had clothes and stuff. Honestly, I have shirts, but I don't have jeans. I don't know about y'all, but whenever I have jeans, they always tend to rip in the middle. I don't buy expensive jeans. Maybe if I was to buy high quality jeans or pants, they would last long. And then I'm tall, so it's really hard to get jeans. And I was supposed to buy jeans. Well, not jeans. Well, I could wear jeans to work as long as I wear professional flats and stuff. But I was supposed to buy jeans and or pants online. I was gonna pay for 2-day shipping, but then I just kept procrastinating. I don't know why. So I ended up having to go on ground. It was very hard to find stuff on ground. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It was a very strange week. I haven't been working for almost. Let me see. Cause March. Well, that don't count. April, May, June, July, August. Almost a year and a half. Next month would have been a year and a half. But damn near, bitch. So I'm actually not that nervous, which is really weird because I'm actually one of those people who, when they start a new job, I get really nervous. I break out in hives and stuff. I'm one of those people who I don't know if you ever did your research, but starting a new job could be very stressful. For some people, I was like that. I don't know why. I usually get really weird, but I guess, I don't know. I wonder why I'm not nervous this time around. That's interesting. I don't know. I'm not quite sure why. I guess too, I'm in such a space where it is what it is. I already done been through enough, bitch. I'm the type of person, I feel like I've been out of work. I've been in work. I've been through this. I've been through that. And I've came back up. So I just feel like I'm in a space where, God got me. If something happened, I'll bounce right back. My life is endless. I could bounce back from any situation. I could get through most things if I put my mind to it, if I pray. That's the type of time I think I'm on. I'm so different as a person. I guess maybe that's why I'm well, child, it is what it is. What the fuck? And I also just feel I'm not in the mood to stress about it. You just not in the mood to be stressed? Do you ever feel like that? I'm not in the mood to be stressed out. And so you just don't stress out. So yeah, that's the type of time I'm on. I had to do some cleaning. My mom came over here, helped me just clean up some stuff. It wasn't messy, but just I had wanted to throw away some clothes and stuff and donate it and things like that. It's this closet we have and it's just full of bullshit. And it's been like that since you moved here. So we cleaned out that closet, cleaned out drawers. We was in here trying to figure out what we want to throw out. Femi, he is a hoarder, bitch. Well, he's not a hoarder, but he's the type of person, I think he's very, what's the word? Things that to him are very symbolic. I guess it just reminds him of coming to this country because he's Nigerian. So certain sheets, I'm that sheet is not really serving the girls. That's how it's read. Girl, throw it out. But he don't want to throw it out because it has significance to him. That is kind of fake a hoarder trait. The reason why I guess I'm saying he's not a hoarder is because he doesn't have a lot of stuff. When we think of hoarders, we think of people that we see on the show hoarders that got just stuff laying around everywhere. He doesn't have a lot of things that he hoards, but that is still low-key, high-key considered hoarding. So I don't know. He has books and things that he does not use, but he does not want to throw out. Clothes he can't even fit that he does not want to throw out and or donate. And I'm just like, dang, I thought I was bad, but he badder than me. So yeah, we had to do some of that. Just some, you know, it was just to clean that. It was really just to get rid of that closet. And we had some clothes that we had, like, you know, that I had a nursery. We wanted to clean up the nursery and stuff because it was like, it started getting junky. So I had to clean that. Then I had my unnecessary clothes in there. So I was just like, you know what? Let's clean up, bitch, you know? So that was my week or whatever. Did I do anything else before I even pretend like, not pretend, but you know what I mean? I think, no, that was it. That was it. I am a little bit hungry, which is odd. Well, it's not that odd, but I'm a tad hungry. I ate a yogurt before this because I was like, let me just eat a little something, something or whatever. But what is going on in the scuttlebutt of it all? So not much. Like I said, you know, one of the top, well, not the top things, but one of the things I wanted to talk about was versus the Lox versus Diplomats. And it's funny because initially I didn't even really want to watch it. And I'm like, Brittany, you're from New York. Like, you should have known you was going to enjoy this versus. Like, hello, good morning. And I do know a lot of Dipset songs. I was shockingly forgot I know a lot of Jadakiss songs. Not, well, yeah, I do. Yeah, you know, because Jadakiss has had some hits. Some of the songs that I didn't know about the Lox and Jadakiss. The thing with Jadakiss is, and I think this is why he won. One, he has stage presence. Two, he genuinely has bars. Like, some of these songs I did not know. I was listening to the lyrics and I was like, yo, this nigga could rap. I never thought he couldn't, but it was just hearing him, you know, get in his zone. I was like, wow, Ed Styles, like, they could really rap. Like, and it was just funny as fuck. It was very New York, the way they was joking around, the way they was just bantering with each other. I was like, yo, this is too fucking much. Like, I felt like I was on the corner of the street and I see a group of niggas just bombing the fuck out of each other. Like, that's what it was very much given. And it was just like, yo, these motherfuckers is crazy. Like, I would have a whole headache. And it was so New York. A whole policeman was on the stage. I'm like, one thing about New York City, bitch, the cops don't play over here. NYPD, bitch. One thing about them, they was on the stage. Okay, anybody, I don't know if y'all know, a lot of people, even artists especially, hate coming to New York City. You know, obviously like hood people, celebrities, because New York City, our laws are so strict and stuff like that, and we're just we're very free and liberal, and we could talk and do what we want. But NYPD don't fuck around, and y'all even seen around the George Floyd thing about how like NYPD was one of the first motherfucking police officers to start running niggas over. Okay, so over here, NYPD does not play. Our justice system does not play. You do some dumb shit over here, you doing time. There's no fucking cutting corners in New York City, bitch. Unless you snitching, okay? So, it's just mad funny that a police officer was on the stage. I'm like, yo, what? Yo, New York City is just, I can't. Dipset had good songs, but it was the way they was performing it that was just not given. I don't know if it was the DJ fault. I see Cameron was forgetting lyrics. I don't know what was the issue, but it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. I like a lot of different Dipset songs. I don't know the lineup. I don't know what happened with them. Maybe they came in cocky because everybody thought they was going to win. And so when you come in cocky, they probably was like, I don't need to practice. We already know what songs we got. They probably didn't practice. They didn't do nothing, no stage setup, no nothing. They just came in like, we gonna play this, that. That's what I assumed, because it was just, I don't know. It was very lackluster from them. And one thing too, I never liked the song Suck It or Not. I just want to put that out there. Like, I never liked that song. And I'm learning every day how I really don't like misogyny. And just, this song was out when I was in high school, and I remember the first time I heard it, and I was like, what the fuck is this about? But even when girls would sing that song with so much adrenaline, and I was just like, I don't like that song. Like, I just don't like it. I never liked that song. It's not even that it was about giving head. I thought the beat was trash. Yes, I said it. Unpopular opinion. And like, you going mad hard, like making a whole song about sucking dick and being disrespectful. Baby girl, I just never liked that song. I just thought it was whack. I always thought that song was whack. I just wanted to put that out there because so many people love that song, especially mad girls be knowing the lyrics word for word. And I'm just like, all right, you like sucking dick, respectfully, but like, I don't know. I never liked that song. I used to be like, ugh, when it used to come on, even when people like in the clubs like, baby girls, you gonna suck it or not? My dick hard in the mouth. Like, what? Like, y'all like that song? Like, I'm just so confused, bitch. And then the beat don't even, if it was maybe some sexy beat like, baby girl, is you gonna suck it or not? Maybe I would have liked it. But it was just giving me very like, just, it was just too much, too aggressive. I didn't like it. I'm very soft. But yeah, that Madison Square Garden was lit up, you know, especially at a time where Barclays Center is the new winning girl in New York City for the stadium. It was just dope for them to do it at Madison Square Garden. Definitely. I think too, that was a little shade because, you know, the Lox is from Yonkers. Dipset is from Harlem, and Madison Square Garden is in Manhattan. And you know, the Bronx and Harlem is in Manhattan. Let's just be clear. I know a lot of people think Harlem is a borough. Harlem is definitely not a borough. Harlem is in Manhattan, and I just feel like we doing that shit in the Garden. We doing that shit in the Garden. We not doing that shit in Brooklyn, boy. Like, I think that's the type of time they was on. I don't know. But it was just good to, you know, see them, you know, do it in the Garden. In Madison Square Garden. It really, really was. I enjoyed that they did it at Madison Square Garden. It was very packed. It was given very much COVID. How do we feel about COVID? How are we feeling? I ain't gonna hold you. So when I go to the gym and when I go to the laundromat, what do they play at these places? The news, right? And the news is just pushing the Delta variant. So it's making me nervous. And I'm like, I don't know if it's just the media or if it's the truth, which is so sad that we deal with that now in 2021. Is like, you don't know what to believe, right? I don't know if this is all propaganda to push people to get it. Because, you know, like they're saying, oh, people are dying in the hospitals, but people with the vaccine are getting it, but they're living from it. And it's just like, are you trying to force me to get it? Are you trying to push the idea of me to get it? Like, or are you dead ass? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I really don't know. I ain't gonna front though. I am a little scared of it. I am. But I think that's because I keep watching the news. Like, I feel like if I wasn't watching the news, I probably wouldn't be so pressed. And I feel like I wouldn't be so pressed if I wasn't watching the news. I only watch the news when I go to the laundromat and the gym. But the only reason why I think I feel so pressed is because I watch the news. And I know that because when I go outside, a lot of people don't wear their masks. Which states to me that they either got the vaccine or they don't give a fuck. And I'm going to be honest, I think it's more so people just is over the mask more than vaccinated. Let's be honest. I think, but I heard through the grapevine that 40% of people are vaccinated in America, which is pretty fucking high if you ask me. I think that's a good number. Like, I think America should be proud. That was a while ago, but I think they should be very happy with that percentage. I wasn't even expecting that, bitch. You know, but now they're trying to push the vaccine on people. You know, they're saying that certain jobs, like I think city jobs, you have to get vaccinated or you have to get tested every week, which, and just get that little thing stuck up your nose, big deal. And it's better now because I got tested for COVID before I left to Minnesota just because. And yeah, it wasn't as aggressive as it used to be. And I did it at the hospital by me, so yeah, it wasn't that bad. But then I'm hearing like TSA, not TSA, but air flight employees or something, or Delta, JetBlue, whoever, I don't fucking know. Don't quote me. Always do your research when it comes to my crazy ass, unless I'm reading from Expand Your Mind. But they have to do it. Like, they have to get vaccinated. Who else got to get vaccinated? It's a few people they trying to demand gets vaccinated. And it's like, we knew this time was going to come. Like, we knew it. Like, come on. We all knew it. Like, it's inevitable. I will be honest. I am not vaccinated. I'm really not interested in it. I'm going to be honest. I'm just not. And that's my choice. I did say I was thinking about getting vaccinated next year, 2022. So yeah, 2022 is around the corner. But now, and honestly, I don't give a fuck if they say I can't go nowhere. If I can't go out to eat, I need to save my broke ass, need to save my damn money anyway. They say you can't go nowhere, bitch, without it. And I was looking for a VAC card plug. If you know one, let me know, bitch. How much they charging though? These vacuum plugs. I can make my own VAC card, keep it a bucky. Cause one thing about me, I can use Photoshop, bitch. I can use Canva. Might not even need to pay no motherfucking body. But then I heard somebody got charged $16,000 for having a fake one. So I don't know. I gotta figure this. Ooh. I gotta figure all this out. I'm gonna get it together. I don't know. Everything is still in the works. Well, I don't think it's in the works. I think New York City really kind of just put the nail in the coffin. Like, they're dead ass. But I don't know. I don't know how y'all feeling. I don't know if y'all vaxxed up. If y'all want to get vaxxed up, you probably all gonna have to get it soon, bitch. It look like you can't run, bitch. And last but not least, I want to talk about the Kanye West Donda album. And just him. Like, honestly, like, the new slogan where they're like, maturity is knowing that. And for me, maturity is knowing that everything Kanye West doing ain't cool, bitch. Like, him wearing that red shit, I didn't bring it up last week. He looked stupid to me. I'm sorry. It wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. Like, everything is not artistic. Like, you gotta know when people is dead ass and when people is doing shit for attention. Like, if it was given very much like artsy and I felt like it was from the heart or something, sure. But he's just giving me like he being annoying. Like, I'm dead ass. Like, that's what it's giving. The music sound good though, cause he talk about God in it. And I heard some of the tracks, a little bit of something, and he stepped up. I was like, Kanye sounding like, oh, Kanye. You feel me? Like, I want the music. Oh, sorry, guys. I want the music, but I don't want the antics. Like, then he did the second listening or something, and he be looking crazy. And you living in a Mercedes-Benz, like, I don't like it. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. Like, y'all be like entertaining anything. I don't like that shit. Wearing a little stocking cap over your head. I don't like that. I don't. I like the music though. I heard him rapping. I'm like, he sounds completely like his old self. Like, he was spitting bars. Like, for real. Like, I was feeling what I was hearing. I heard Jay-Z is on the album, which is good. But I didn't hear his verse. I don't know how I end up. I don't know. I don't know if it's leaked or anything. I'm not sure. But I didn't hear it. But yeah, Kanye, y'all need to stop entertaining his stupidity for real. Like, you could put, like, I get it. Being different is cool. It is. But when it seems forced, it's not cool. Like, y'all don't feel like this feels forced? Like, I feel like he's trying so hard. Like, it doesn't feel Kanye to me. I'm sorry. I don't get that feeling with him anymore. I don't know. I just don't get the feeling. It feels forced to me. I don't know. I just can't resonate. But the music sounds good so far, and I'm excited to hear it. I was one of the people who kept checking my Spotify trying to see if it came out yet, and it didn't. So he want to play stupid too. Bitch, when it come out, I'll be here. That's all I can say. I'll be at the party, bitch, because at this point, a girl could do but so much. So, what is today's topic? We're talking about consistency. And so, let me tell y'all, funny thing, when I thought about this topic, I was like, oh, I don't know if I should talk about this topic because I suck at consistency, right? Well, lately I don't suck at it, but I used to. And so because it's something, you know how you usually not good at something, you kind of scared to like touch base on it and talk about it. But I think I'm thinking of consistency in business, right? And you got to remember, there's so many other forms of consistency. Well, not any forms, but consistency is beautiful in so many aspects of your life, in relationships, dating, business, work, right? You know, routines. Being consistent is more than business, and it is achievement. Yes, consistency can bring about great things, but in so many aspects of our life. So when I thought of it that way, I was like, this is actually a really good topic. So, yeah, and what happened this week? What made me want to talk about consistency? I think I was thinking of it at first on a business aspect because I do feel like I've been very consistent with Britt says lately. And not even lately, like maybe a good year, bitch. Or more. Let's be honest. Like, let's be honest. It's pushing again. When I say really, really consistent, I've been really, really consistent since 2020. Because that's when I started giving you episodes every week. Sometimes I was late, but I rise to the occasion. But starting September 2020, after everything, I really gave y'all episode every Monday at 12 p.m., bitch. Okay? So, next month, we'll make a year of consistency. September 13th. That's like a big deal for me. So, I think that's probably why I wanted to talk about consistency. And just two, I was thinking about it and I was like, it's crazy because if you're really consistent with something, it becomes a part of you. Like, I feel like Britt says, like, I feel like it's something that's a part of me. Does that make sense? Like, I'll be like, I'll wake up and be like, oh, I gotta film Britt says. Like, it's not more like oh, I gotta film Britt says. I don't wanna make blah, 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 blah. Like, I feel like I just be like, oh, I gotta do that today. Oh, I gotta do it at this time. Or I have to do it Thursday because I'm going on vacation. Oh, like, it's like, it becomes a part of you, but not in a bad way. Like, it's like, it's something you do. Like, it feels like literally something I do. Like I take baths, I shower. It's like, oh, I film Britt says. Like, that type of thing. So, I was like, oh, consistency is kind of cool. And consistency on certain things could be unhealthy, right? But we'll get into that. So, you know, before most topics, what do we like to do? Expand our minds. Expand your mind, expand your mind, expand your mind. So, in an article on the importance of consistency. Wait, it's not popping up, y'all. Sorry. That's weird. It should have been already up. Oh, Lord, baby. Not y'all messing up my DM, expand your mind. See, you know, I'm not perfect. You know, all I can do is try, bitch. Let me zoom out a little bit. All right, so, sorry, wrong article. Power of consistency. 5 rules, okay? And this is on Inc.com. This is written by Eric Holtzclaw. Okay? And it says, power of consistency. 5 rules. Are you stopping short of the finish line? Consistency is the difference between failure and success. Here's why. So, number 1, consistency allows for measurement. Until you have tried something new for a period of time and in a consistent manner, you can't decide if it works or not. True. How do you measure effectiveness if what you are measuring isn't performed consistently? That's true. I typically give new initiatives, processes, and organizational structures at least 6 months before judging them a success or failure. It's often minor tweaking instead of major overhauls that make the difference. 2, consistency creates accountability. I ask my employees to be accountable for their deliverables and goals. They should expect the same in return from my leadership. I put a priority on making time for and being available to my team. I work to establish consistent and recurring meetings when a project or aspect of the business requires attention. Consistency establishes your reputation, which is true. I don't want to read like too much. Consistency makes you relevant. These are very businessy, but they all can correlate. Consistency maintains your message. And those are the 5. So, consistency, right? Of course, we could talk about consistency in business, right? That's one of the many things people say, like, my YouTube channel is not doing good, or my business is not doing good, blah, 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 blah. They just be like, you gotta stay consistent. Don't give up. You gotta stay consistent. So that's something we hear constantly. It's just like being consistent, be consistent. Don't give up. Don't give up. But what about in dating and relationships, right? So one thing I love is consistency. That's the reason why I'm always crazy ass. It's because of consistency. I am a lover of consistency. And that's one of the other reasons why I spoke about this topic, because I'm just big on, like, when I was dating, a lot of times, you know, I was in situations where I might be ghosted, or I'll be like, they'll be like, we going on a date on Friday. Bitch, you don't make it by Friday. You don't make it by Wednesday. You don't make it by Tuesday. So it's like, what the hell are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So one thing I liked is that if we had a date on Monday, we went on that date on Monday. Phone calls is being answered. Text messages is being answered. Like, I'm here. I'm big on consistency because consistency shows me interest, right? So that's why I like consistency. And I think not only do you expect consistency from your partner in dating or relationships, but the one other thing I feel like with consistency too is you set goals, and it's like it maintains your reputation when you show consistency, right? So if you say to yourself when you dating, I'm not gonna date, what do you not want to date? Because I don't want to say nothing negative. No, I don't want to say nothing negative. I don't like to talk about people. It's like, I'm trying to think, what's something you don't want to date? You know, I don't want to say it, but I'll say it because some people are like this, and I'm going to talk about that. Maybe you don't want to date a guy or a girl with kids, right? You know, it's a market for it, okay? People, there's no need to get upset because I know a lot of people listen to my pod have kids right now and stuff like that. But y'all got to be real. It's a market for it. And let me talk about that briefly. And the reason why I say that, because like I have friends and family on the dating apps. And on BLK, you go on BLK, bitch, they be having a full picture. So they'll have pictures of themselves. And then one of the pictures is like a picture from, like, you know how you take a picture of something black, and then you write text on it, basically like notes or something. So it'll be like, I want to keep it respectfully real. I don't want a girl with no job, and I want a girl with 0 kids. I don't have no kids, so respectfully, I want the same. Well, bitch. And this be mad. Because, you know, we so used to girls just always just blurting out, like, look, I don't want a nigga with kids. I don't want a nigga who broke. Like, I'm so used to seeing that from women, mostly, that it's funny seeing guys put on these apps straight the fuck up. Like, look, if you got kids, I don't want to talk to you. Straight the fuck up. Like, dead ass. Or, you know, if you don't got a job, I don't want to talk to you. If you don't drive, like, they really be putting that shit in the fucking app. Like, back when I was on it wasn't that deep. It wasn't like that. But look, you gotta ask for what you want. So now I say that to say with consistency, if you're consistent with these standards that you have, and we're not going to talk about standards because I know some people got higher standards, but that's not this episode. Let's say you're consistent with the fact that you don't want to date a man with kids, right? You just bent and you just stay in that market. And every time you meet a nigga with a kid and he try to touch you, be like, sorry, you know, God bless you. And you keep consistent with that ideology. I promise you, you gonna find you a man with no kids. I believe it. I believe it. And that then standards might play a role because, you know, look, you may not find, you may not run into, you know, you might want a light-skinned nigga with no kids. You may not get a light-skinned nigga, but you might get you a dark-skinned one, bitch. And he dead, don't got no kids. He mad respectful, he nice, he loving, he's handsome, and he's everything you want. And he don't got no kids. But if you really stay consistent, I'm big on that with what you want. And even in dating, you'll get it. And that was the other thing too, like with getting a job. I was consistent. Like, and let me tell you too, okay, let's talk about jobs now, but we're gonna go back to relationships. I did not want to work in retail no more, right? So I was like, I don't want a retail job. I don't want a retail job. And I remember when I was working in retail, I knew people who always say, I could never work in retail, right? And I just be thinking like, is it possible to never work in retail in your life? But it's motherfuckers who never worked in retail. And when I say retail, I don't mean just fashion. I mean, they never work in fast food. They never like no form of retail. Cause bitch, they not fucking interested. Like that's just not what they do. So that kind of stuck with me because I'm like, it's people. Because I used to be like, I don't want to work in retail, but I just feel like I'm so attached to retail. Right? So I used to feel like that or whatever. But I'm just like, if that's not the job you want, then don't apply to it. Be consistent, bitch, right? That's what people do. They say, y'all, and all of us, right? If you don't want to ever work in retail, if you don't want to work in fast food, what the fuck you going to do? You're not going to apply to a fast food restaurant. That's exactly how you don't get that job. You don't apply to it. Or bitch, you apply to it, you get it, and you don't show up. Like, you don't do the damn job. So I was like, okay, if I don't want to work in retail, then I can't apply to a retail job. That's it. Period. Like, so that's cool. I had to be consistent with that. And I was a little off, you know. I wasn't very consistent because it's hard. But I was also consistent about scheduling, right? I was like, I want a Monday through Friday job and I want to work 9 to 5. And I was very set on that ideology because I worked very hard in retail. If you ever worked in retail, you know that you work 9 to 5. You'll work 3 to 11s. You'll do overnights, bitch. You work holidays. You will be working Thanksgiving Day. You gonna work Black Friday, bitch. Christmas is the only holiday they still respect because you gonna work Easter. You gonna work Labor Day. Every holiday, bitch, you work except Christmas. That's really what it's good. That Christmas is the only holiday that these retail stores still respect to this day. Everything else is really clipped, to be honest. Like I'm trying to think, but all the rest of them is a dub. They even have a new thing called floating holidays. Like when I applied for my job, where basically you could pick a holiday that you want off. They probably did that for like, you know, like the religious and the black people, you know, because with everything that happened in 2020, they're like, bitch, I want Juneteenth off. So that people's like, oh my gosh, like, bitch. But they ain't they about to make that a national holiday? Is it already? I gotta look into that. No, a federal holiday. I hope it's a federal holiday. Is Juneteenth a federal holiday yet? Because yeah, it is Juneteenth. Look at me Googling it. Because I need to know this information. Because I remember they was talking about it. A federal holiday. Because I know that a lot of people were just... President Biden and bipartisan legislation making Juneteenth a federal holiday on June 17, 2021. The bill passed the Senate unanimously and was approved. Oh my God, it is! Okay. So I'm probably going to get that day off too. But I know that was why they made like stuff like floating holidays too. Because like my mother was telling me too, like Board of Education now, they got to give every race a holiday off. Like they found a holiday that the Asians love. They gave them their day off. They found one for the Indian people, the Spanish people, the black people. I was like, yo. So I think some companies just came up with floating holidays like, bitch, if you want it off, you can have it. We don't want no smoke. We don't want no smoke. So anyway, in retail, you're going to work holidays. You're going to work longer than 9 to 5. You're going to work Saturdays and Sundays. So I just wanted that, what's that word? Not freedom, but it's kind of like work-life balance, right? Sometimes you can work a 9 to 5 and still don't get work-life balance, but hey. So I just wanted to know that I could get off at 5. Because, you know, after 5, you still have the day. Sort of, kind of. A little bit. Because to me, 5 is kind of late, bitch. Like, for me, once I hit 5 o'clock, I'm like, damn, the day is over. Like, I really feel like that. I really am like that. Because 5 is pushing evening time. So I just feel like, damn, like, the fuck? How is it 5 o'clock? Like, what? Like, what happened? But, bitch, it's better than getting out at 11 o'clock and getting home at 12 in the morning. You be getting home at midnight sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Even I used to get out at 9, 9:30. I used to be getting home at 10, 10:15. I feel like that's late. When you coming home on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 10 o'clock or something like that, anything past 10 to me is late. Like, some would even say 9. 9, but 10 is a bit much. 10 and above. So yeah, so that was like big for me. And it was in Brooklyn, so I like that. I was big on that too. I wanted a place that was close to home, because that was something I've always dealt with. Like, I never experienced not having to travel at least an hour to work. Like, I don't even know what that's like. I can't relate. I have never even, okay, I've worked in my borough. I'm capping. But yeah, so I'm just happy. So I was consistent though with what I wanted. I was like, I want a job in Brooklyn. I want a Monday through Friday. I want a 9 to 5, literally work 9 to 5. And that was it. And I don't have to work holidays, and I'm not accountable for too much. Like, that was the goal for me. So that took consistency. It took consistency to really break out of my realm and like stay consistent with that. Like, I would type in Indeed day shift, first shift, and I was consistent. You know, very, very consistent with applying to jobs like that. And some days I wanted to be like, Brittany, but you know, if you apply here, you might get it. But I was like, just stay consistent. Keep your faith. Stay consistent. So that's how I think consistency is key. I had to think of other people who literally never work retail. And I know people who's like, I'm not working retail. Like, it's people like that. It's actually mad people who are like that. Even though you see so many retail workers, there's a lot of people who genuinely just won't work retail. And they mean that shit from the bottom of their heart. Like, especially like people in our age range and people who have an education, they don't want to work in retail even as a manager. Like, and I respect that, because it's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot. Believe that. Believe that. That shit is a lot. So that was one of the ways, you know, I showed consistency too, was just looking for a job. Looking for a job requires consistency, period, bitch. Okay, if you apply to jobs once a week, you ain't finna get a job. You gotta apply that shit every day to get some callbacks. Like, dead ass. Like, just being consistent in everything. Like, it requires, like, when you consistent, it shows results. Like, it will show results. It may not show results in the time frame you want, but you're gonna get it. And I'm actually happy I'm talking about this, because when I speak about it, I'm like, dang, what's possible for me next? If I'm so consistent in so many other aspects of my life, imagine what else I will get. You know what I'm saying? I've been consistent in a lot of things and received a lot in abundance, you know. Faith without works is dead, if you read the Bible. So I think that consistency is so important in that spectrum. And just consistency in who you are is important, right? Because sometimes I feel like for instance, you know, sometimes we do things that we may not want to do, right? And I feel like you should never ever do something you don't want to do, right? So I feel like being consistent in you. That's basically boundary setting, right? Just consistency in who you are, even what you want from people, how you want to be viewed, and things like that. Like, for instance, being consistent in who you are too, even personality wise, right? Sometimes people be like, oh, I don't like her personality or his personality, but maintain who you are. I feel like you got to be consistent in who you are. One, also to maintain your reputation. That's one of the top 5 ways why consistency is important, because if you keep switching up and being mad flip-floppy in different occasions, niggas really don't trust you and they cannot fuck with you. Like even I know sometimes you might feel like who you are is not enough, or who you are is too much. There's a market for that. And you feel like, you know, I need to like dim my light a little bit. But I feel like for me, personally, whenever I maintain who I actually really am, it's always worked out the best for me. And I think that's because who you are is who you are at your best. Because you being you, like you being you as fuck, like imagine just being you. Obviously, you're going to do it the best. So people kind of like, we naturally respect authenticity. Like we just naturally respect it. So I just think it's one of the top ways to, you know, I mean, one of the top things to do in consistency is like really being consistent with who you are. Like stop trying to mold to, you know, other people or situations. Like I rarely, well, I don't know. I haven't met people like that lately because I keep my friend group to my friend group. Like my friends is my friends or whatever. Oh, but look, now I'm about to get a job, bitch. Well, now I'm about to start a job. Yo, I don't even want to talk about that. That should be a topic, just starting something new, because I'm just like, I was just telling somebody, like, they was like, are you excited? And I'm just like, I'm calm, but I'm just thinking about having to wake up in the morning, go to work, be happy, engage, talk with people, talk with strangers, interact, that type of thing. May hopefully don't have to get into office politics and that type of thing. But yeah, once again, about maintaining who you are. Like I don't like people who kind of like, wherever they are, they feel like they gotta fit into that mold. Like I ain't gonna front. With me, I feel like I have a tendency to be a lot, right? But so I know like I might get in this room and I might be too much. And sometimes I'll be really trying to like calm down. I'm laughing because sometimes I'll be like, Brittany, calm down today, bitch. But I really can't help it. Like, I'll be like, don't make no jokes. Just be the calm one today. I don't know. Sometimes I just be feeling like that. Like, I don't want to be too chatty. Like, I don't want to. Or I don't want to play around too much. Like, I just want to be chill. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I get in that mode. But naturally, if I get around people and the vibe is good, then I'm going to have to be myself. Like, I'm going to have to start being chatty. But sometimes, you know, I'll be feeling like, I can't be like that. So I don't know if that's like trying to fit for, but no, I don't think I'm trying to be somebody I'm not, because it's usually a mood thing. It's never like, oh, I'm going to be around these type of people, so I need to act this way. It's usually like, I just want to chill today. Like, I'm not trying to be crazy Brittany today. Like, I'm just trying to chill. I'm not trying to be Brittany today. I'm trying to be Brittany Britt. You know, like I'm trying to be at a level, I can't never be under 5. So maybe I'm trying to be at level 5 today. But it's never because I feel like, oh, I'm around this group of people and I need to behave this way. It's usually because I'm like, I ain't got the energy today. Like, for real, it's usually like that type of thing. And it's funny, too, when you think about that, because a lot of people who really know you, when they see you act like that, they think it's like, oh, is Brittany going through something? Or, oh, is she upset at somebody here? And it's just like, nah, I'm just trying to chill today. It's very rare that I do that, but sometimes I do get like that. It's usually when I'm on my period. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'll be like, I'm bloody. I don't even want to come here. I feel like I look fat. My outfit look trash. What if I period on my clothes? Like, I got so much shit in my head that I can't even fucking play around with y'all ass today. Like, that's really what it be. It don't even be nobody at the table. It's nobody at this event. It's all me, bitch. I am bloated. I am bleeding. I am stressed. I just want to make sure I get through this night without a period stain. And that really what it is. So I be like, I gotta calm down. I can't be laughing. Next thing you know, the blood clot drop out, bitch. TMI. Like, you gotta chill sometimes. Because sometimes when you be too turned up, that's when all the problems start arising. Now you gotta keep changing your pad, bitch. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there, honey. That's really what it be. But, you know, stay consistent with who you are. People love you. Period. Like, when you, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like, even the worst of people, you love them. Okay, let me not say, love is a strong word. Like, let's say we talk about strangers, but you like people in their essence. Like, when they be in them. Like, you really, like, you like, even if you don't like their personality, like, that's them. And I fuck with that, but I don't fuck with them. You get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I mean? Like, I feel like that's why it's so important to be consistent with who you are. But when you meet people who, like, 1 minute they doing this, and 1 minute they doing that, and then 1 minute, like, girl, God. Like, I've always liked people who are just who they are. I may not like your personality, but because I know you dead ass, I fuck with it. Because I'm like, they dead ass. Like, they dead ass. Like, and that makes me, like, respect it. I feel like we all respect that. So I think consistency is just who you are and what you do. And not only that, like, we could talk about consistency in the easiest form. Like, for instance, eating healthy and go to the gym. If you're consistent, bitch, you're going to lose weight. Like, it's certain things that if you stay consistent with it, you're going to see results. You're going to. And I know, let's talk about the bad with consistency, right? Because I know there's a group of people, there's a lot of us that we're consistent with things and we don't get the results we want. Especially, I would say, in health, right? So you feel like, let's say you're suffering with an illness and you online and you're doing your Googles and you're doing your research and you like, they say if you do this, things could get better. You could avoid this and you could avoid that. And you being consistent like a motherfucker and you still dealing with issues 5 years down the line, 6 years down the line, 7 years down the line, 8 years down the line, you know. So that's where consistency gets sticky, right? But my thing is like, that's where faith and strength and prayer comes in, number one. Number two, I feel like, too, even with people who get really sick and maybe, you know, God forbid they pass something, a lot of times they say, at least I fought. You know, you fought, you tried, right? Isn't that some of the things we say? Like, at least I tried. Like, even when you watch a competition show, they'll be like, I fought my hardest. I did my best. So I'm happy that I really fought. You know what I'm saying? So also, that's one thing with consistency is that it teaches you to fight and it teaches you to work hard. Even if you don't get the results you want. Sometimes the results you want is not the results you need. We talked about needs and wants last week, bitch. Okay, let's get into it. You know, sometimes you may want something and that's just not what you're predestined to have. And you might have got exactly what you needed and you just haven't noticed it yet. So, you know, it's hard when you don't see results. So what happens when you don't see results in your consistency? Number one, for me, you can never say you don't see results in your consistency because you never know when will be your big break, your big moment, your big time to shine. You don't know. You never know. So as long as you're being consistent, as long as you're alive, as long as you're breathing, you can never say you're not seeing results. That's just me. Period. And sometimes results are really minuscule and you don't notice it because you want the biggest result out of your consistency. To me, certain things I find as results, let's talk about Britt Says. Is Britt Says the biggest podcast in the world? No. But some of the things I find as results is maybe when companies hit me up and say, look, try this. I feel like that means I'm showing my face more. I'm showing relevancy. When I wasn't posting every week and posting up on the internet, I wasn't getting no emails. I got invited to some events and stuff like that. I feel like that's because of consistency. When I was inconsistent, wasn't getting emails as much. Like I get DMs and stuff. And yeah, they might be small companies, but it shows that your brand is showing who you are, is showing people are paying attention, or are people saying, okay, she have a little traction, blah, 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 blah. To some, that might be minuscule, might be small because you're like, ew, this is a little brand. Like, I don't want to work with this little brand. I want to work with Amazon. I want to work with, who's a big company? I want to work with Target. I'm trying to like look at stuff in my house. You know what I'm saying? I want to work with, you know, MTV and YouTube and BET. Like, I want to host the red carpet for the Grammys. Like, you want to do the biggest things, and you're not even noticing that you getting attention from small companies is showing results. Getting comments, getting new follows. Even if you got one follow, that to me is showing results. You know what I'm saying? That you're getting traction and things like that. And people are looking. So I think that's one thing with consistency is don't say that you don't think it's not working. As long as you're alive and you breathing, it's always room for growth. Like there's always going to be room for growth. That's number one. Number two is pay attention to even the little things. Like I said, like that's in a business aspect, but damn, how can you relate it to like dating? You got with dating, like with life, relational stuff and consistency, with social things, I feel like the way you get results is by, to me, let's say in your past, you would date a guy who's kind of rude and disrespectful to you or whatever. But now that you're free from that relationship, ever since you've been dating, as soon as somebody get a little out of character, you leave. To me, bitch, that's results. Do you have a man yet? No. Because that's the big result you want. You want the perfect guy. But that's a different conversation, right? The big result you want is a man, right? That will give you a ring and marry you or whatever. That's the big result. But to me, a result is the fact that you really putting your foot down these days. That's a big ass result. Is that you dead ass serious. Coming from somebody who used to be dating scrummy, dummy niggas. And now you like, sorry, bye. Ooh, sorry, no. Sorry, E. That's a big result. That you really remain consistent. That's enough. Like, yeah, your big goal is to get the partner you want. But that result, that to me, that's not even small, is that you've been really being consistent with what you stand by and what you want in a relationship. Yes. 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 So to me, that's one of the ways to know, because I know some of you probably like, especially with dating, I know it's not easy. I know some of you will probably, you know, like, I've been setting my boundaries. I've been making my rules. I've been setting my guidelines, and I still can't grab a man or keep a man. I don't know. Like, I still haven't found the husband. And it's like, but you're respecting yourself. Because a lot of times, I'm going to be honest too, it's all about what you want. That could be a topic too. It's all about what you want, right? Because, yeah, you might see some people on social media who's married and they got their ring and they got their husband and their kids and their house and shit, but they lack a lot of respect in their relationship. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's a lack of respect. There's a lack of unity. There's a lack of love. There's a lack of a lot of things. And you're not dealing with that. And I know that being single, hearing that is hard, because I've been there like, okay, I know. Like, it's like, oh. Like, it's like, I know, like, I could dead be with a man right now who treat me like shit, but at least I'm single and I'm stress-free. But actually, I'm stressed out because I want a man. I don't have one. And that's how it be. Like, I'm not stressed out because I got a nigga stressing me out with his problems, but I'm stressed out because I want a man. So it's like weird. But it's true, because you already setting those boundaries and you setting that consistency level with yourself. And a lot, or maybe most, I don't want to say a lot of times, some women and men, they don't remain consistent with what they want. They take whoever says yes first, and, you know, whatever that means, you know, their marriage might not last. Maybe with your consistency, you'll find a man at 45, but that shit gonna last, bitch. It's gonna last long. Meanwhile, old girl that you've been clocking on the internet, or old boy who been married, they gonna be divorcing when you getting your ring. So, you know, don't let life get to you. Don't let life get to you. Don't let life get to you. Stay consistent. Stay consistent with what you want in dating, what you want in your job, what you want in your life, what you want for yourself, and you will see the results. And it may not be in the time frame that you want, but I promise you, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. And pay attention, also key with this episode, is pay attention to the little results. Because there be results that be happening. It be little results that happens midway. And we don't pay attention to them because it's not the big one that we want. You know what I'm saying? And also, when you finally do get what you wanted from your consistency, please make sure you show gratitude and humbleness. And I wanted to talk about that. I need to write that down. How I want to talk about humbleness. That was like a big topic for me that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, because I definitely did. I really be enjoying episodes lately. Yes, girl. But yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram _Brittstagram. Make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment. Like, comment, and share. Make sure you share. Make sure you tell a friend. Please. Word of mouth is key. If you're streaming, make sure you leave me 5 stars and comment. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. Bye.